colorist and want to know how everybody is doing, and I want to thank you all for joining me. And it's been a pretty interesting week for me. I've done a few videos this week, and a couple of lives, but I wanted to do my September finished pages video for you guys, because it is that time of month, and you know, there's the September haul videos coming out, and also the finished pages, because believe it or not, we're at the end of September. This year has gone by a lot quicker than I thought it would. So I want to thank all my subscribers, new and old. I really appreciate you guys. And let's get started. This month, I believe I did 18 pages. Actually, technically 18 and a half. I'm still working on a page. I have not completed it, but it was for a September prompt. So let's get that. So this is my whip from my Chibi Animals book by Alice Brockmeyer, and this is all done, well, this is marker base on the zebra, and the rest is all colored pencil. And it's supposed to be for Jamie's Coloring Love, her breakdown prompts for September, and the bonus one was a zoo animal, and I didn't really get around to finishing it, but I will finish it. This one gave me like a Lisa Frank vibe, so that's what I am sticking with, is that little bit of a Lisa Frank vibe. And I really like the colors and how it's turning out, so I'm super excited to see it done. So yeah, that's my whip for September. And let's start with my PDFs. This here is by an illustrator. Her name is Mary Reed, and she is on Instagram and Etsy, and her books are on Amazon as well. They're Creepy But Cute by Mary Reed. And she gave me this one. She sent me this picture to color for her, and this picture got so much love on Instagram, and I didn't really, I colored it like I would anything else, but I had a different vision. If you guys hear any background noise, please forgive it. I apologize. The dogs and my husband is in the living room. So, okay, so back to this. Mary Reed colors. This, there's a few things going on mediums-wise. So I used alcohol marker for a base on a lot of it. Well, most of it was alcohol marker based. Then I used my Brute Fooner pastel pencils to get this look, and I also used my Prisma blender pencil to get the look on him, on the little guy. I also used my paint pens. I used my glitter metallic ones. I also used my ZSCM paint markers, and yeah, so that one is how it turned out, and it's by Mary Reed. So her stuff is super cute. Check her out on Etsy and Amazon if you're interested. This one here was a buddy color with Disney Megs. It's by Mariola Budek, and I didn't really do a lot. I used markers for this entire thing. Alcohol marker, Ohuhu alcohol markers. I used my white paint pen for highlights, and I used my cloud stencil that I made with cardboard, and I took my chalk pastel on a cotton ball, and I just went over the cloud stencil with it, and that's how I got that effect. I will put Disney Meg's picture here so you guys can see both pictures. Hers is really, really cute. I really like hers. And yeah, by Mariola Budek. It was a PDF, obviously. This one here was another PDF. It's by Carlin Douglas, and it's his Spooky Sweet book, I believe. Spooky Sweets book. And this one got a lot of love as well, and it's one of my favorites from this month. I used my Artify pastel alcohol marker set for pretty much the background, like the around and behind her. She's all done in colored pencil, my Indra Creative colored pencils. So are the skulls and the hearts and the bubbles. Were all done in my Indra Creative pencils, and I also use paint pen. But I was super, super excited on how it turned out, except for my little mishap here that I smudged with my hand. But I got her done, and I was super happy with her. My daughter wants me to frame it and for her room, for her wall, so that's what I'm going to do for her. This one here was another buddy color with Disney Meg's for her ABC challenge she has going on Instagram. I went a little different with this, to be honest. I wanted to try something new and different that I had seen, different people do just by watching little clips on, Facebook and stuff, from little short clips. And what I did was I took 4 different kinds of alcohol markers for the actual letter, and I blended them together as I went. I blended them together, and then I took my Tuliart pastel paint pens and I outlined all the items in the picture. I also used an alcohol marker for the background, and this is from Kelly O'Gorman's A to Z coloring book, and Disney Meg's and I are doing a picture from this book every month for her alphabet challenge. So we are really enjoying ourselves and doing these buddy colors from this book. So eventually I guess we'll get the whole book done, because we're doing the alphabet. So yeah, I will, of course, her picture will be placed here, so you guys next or pop up anywhere on the video here, so you guys can see side by side, and her version. I really like her version as well. Super adorable. So thank you, Disney Megs, for the buddy colors. I really am enjoying myself. So yeah. And that ends the PDFs. So, like I said, I got 18 pages done this month. And now I've got the books. Oops, sorry guys. Alright. And these are in particular order. These are just, I found the covers. I usually rip out the pictures from the books, as you guys know. I put them into a binder with a plastic sleeve once I'm done my picture, and for the sake of the videos, I pull the actual books out that I have done and used pictures from, so you guys can see that it's from the book and, you know, what book it is. So, sorry, give me a second. Alright. Oh my goodness, the glare from that light is brutal. Hang on, guys. Let's see if we can dim that a bit. Oh, really, eh? Alright. So, yeah. Okay, so the picture I did from Spooky Town, the one that I'm going to show you, it was done from Spooky Town, and when I got this book, I absolutely loved it, and it was so hard for me to choose a picture from the book. So Deb from Miss Sweets, she helped me out and told me, you know, number the pages, 1 to whatever, how many pages I chose, and do a random generator, and I did, and this was the picture that came up. It was this one here. Now, this one I really had a wonderful time doing, and I really enjoyed it. I based it in alcohol marker for the most part. I used my Brute Fooner pencils to do shading on the clothing and the cat and the bricks and the wall. I used my paint pens for my pastel paint pens for the background and the ghosts, and yeah, alcohol marker, and I was really super happy with how this one turned out. And yeah, I really did like this one. Can't remember if this was for a prompt at all. I have a feeling it was, but it could have been for Misty's Spooky Season 22 prompt or tag. But yeah, that is Spooky Town. The next one was from Chibi Girls, Coloring Book Volume 1 by April Amber, and this one was for my birthday, as well as Sarah from Chronic Coloring Down Under. She had her It's My Party tag going on, and she listed a bunch of different items on a list, and one was, you know, a party picture or a birthday picture, and also I believe Jamie's Coloring Love in her September breakdown prompts had a birthday prompt as well. So I colored this one, and I was really happy with how it turned out. Sorry for the little interruption. I had to pause it while the dogs barked a bit. So yeah, I was really happy with how it turned out. And like I've said before, a simple page can be turned into something so pretty, and you know, it doesn't have to be just a simple page. You create what you want it to look like. The artwork is there as a template, and what you do with it is totally up to you, and where you go with it is totally up to you. And you know, I didn't go too far with it, but I had fun, and I used my Brute Fooner pencils, my Color pencils, and my Ohuhu alcohol markers, and my paint pens in the background. And I loved coloring this picture. Every minute I colored this, I loved. So, yeah, it was for sorry guys, I'm having a brain fart. Sarah's Chronic Coloring Down from Chronic Coloring Down Under. This is for her tag, and I believe Jamie's as well. So that was from the Chibi Girls Coloring Book Volume 1 by April Amber. Oops. Hi, yay. The next one is Wonderful Wildlife, an adult coloring book by Sassy Coloring. And I did this one, which is the little hedgehog. It was for Happy Colors scavenger hunt. It was a prompt on her scavenger hunt. And this one was actually all alcohol marker and a bit of paint pen. But I did alcohol marker for all of it. And my paint pens. And that's it. Alright, I apologize about that again. My dog sees a shadow in the dark and starts barking. So, it's that, you know, little dog complex. So, yes. So, this is all alcohol marker. And it was done for Happy Colors scavenger hunt for September. The prompt was hedgehog, and I really, really had fun with it. So that is from Wonderful Wildlife by Sassy Coloring. Super adorable book. I love this book. The next one was for Addicted to Coloring's September prompts, which was cute, evil, cute, or gory. And I went with cute, evil sort of thing. So from the incredibly cute, creepy, kawaii coloring book by Tamed Coloring, I ended up doing this one. Now, I ended up using my black paint pen for the background, and I blacked out a lot. Well, I wouldn't say a lot, but I blacked out a bit of the background. It was all swirly like this, and I didn't want to take away from the actual image and the little monster guy himself, so I blacked it out to bring the focus onto him. And I used my usual go-to, which is my Brute Fooner and my Color and my Shuttle Arts. Also paint pens. And I was really happy how it turned out. I think he's super adorable. I love the characters in this book, actually. They are super adorable. And I am so looking forward to coloring another one. There's a couple of them that I really do want to color, and they're on my list for October. I don't have actual October plans. I'm just coloring as I feel. I'm coloring pictures as I feel, you know, feel the need to color whatever. So, yeah. So that is from the incredibly cute, creepy, kawaii coloring book by Tamed Coloring. The next one is from Chibi Girls Coloring Book by Larissa May. And this one got a lot of love on Instagram as well. And a few people I know had saved the color palette that I used. I used, of course, alcohol marker and my Brute Fooner pencils and my Color pencils. I did this for, I believe, give me a second. I'm sorry, I did a lot of prompts this month, and sometimes I get a little bit I'm just going through my prompt book. Okay, so yeah, it was for Sarah's from Corona Coloring Down Under. It was from her prompts for the It's My Party tag this month. It was for Cute and Whimsical, and I decided to do this little one. And yeah, I think that was it for the prompt. It might be, yeah, I used it for Whimsical, sorry, I believe. No, okay, I know. Sorry. My brain is not functioning with me today. I apologize. Yes, it was done for Sarah's Cute and Whimsical prompt that she had going. So that was from Chibi Girls Coloring Book by Louisa May. The next one, which I'm looking forward to coloring more in this month, is 50 Halloween Fairy Houses by Camelia Angelkova. And I wanted to color all the pictures in this book. Like, they were just so cute. But I decided to do this one. I did this one for 2 prompts on Happy Color Scavenger Hunt, and that was Leaves and Acorn. And I did this for that. I used alcohol marker for the base of the most of it, and then I did pencil shading all over. I used my square Brute Funers, my regular Brute Funers, Shuttle Art, Color, Starjoy Gold. I used a whole bunch of different pencil sets on this one. Also chalk pastel and some paint pen, and I really love how it turned out. I was super happy with a lot of the pictures I colored this month. I was just in my own little zone, and I really loved how they turned out. So yeah, I'm looking forward to next month and seeing if maybe I can, you know, I don't want to put it out there that, you know, I want to color just as much, or you know, more if I can, but I'm not going to put that pressure on myself. So I color as, you know, I go with the flow. And, you know, by the time I realize it, I've done, you know, 18 pictures like I did this month, which I wasn't expecting, but I got there. So yeah, I can't wait for October's prompts from a few other people. And yeah, so that was 50 Halloween Fairy Houses by Camelia Angelkova. The next one was for Addicted to Coloring. There was a prompt of books for her September prompt. And, oh, where did you go? Oh, there it is. I did this one. And these are out of the norm. The color's out of the norm for me, but I really did enjoy the color scheme and how it turned out. So, I tested myself a bit with this one, and I really did love how it turned out. So, I used my Brute Funer pencils, alcohol marker base. I used my glitter, they're glitter metallic paint pens. This is what they look like. And they're very glittery, and they're very sparkly, to be honest. And I love these pens. The flow is beautiful. And I don't know, can you get that shine in there? See all that shimmer and shine? Yeah, that's from those paint pens. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Pencils, alcohol markers, and my paint pens. And that's pretty much what I use on all my pictures, to be honest. And, you know, so that was done for another prompt. Most of my pictures this month were done for prompts. And the prompts helped me get through choosing what pictures to color. Mind you, I had a little bit of an issue, you know, choosing, because I have so many that I want to do, and so it's kind of like an eeny, meeny, miny, mo sort of situation. But, yeah. So that was from Cute Witch Stuff by Coco Wyo, and that was done for Addicted to Coloring's prompt of books. So, yeah, that's that. Just checking the time here. We're at 26 minutes. The next one I did was from April Amber's Chibi Girls Cute Coloring Book. And it was for a prompt. I think it was for a couple of prompts, to be honest. And this is what I did. And this one got a lot of love as well on Instagram. Again, alcohol marker, pencils, Brute Fooner pencils, and my paint pens for it. And this is one of my favorite pages this month as well. And it was done for, I believe, yeah, Sarah's from Chronic Coloring Down Under. She had a camping, glamping prompt. And let me see, I think there was another one. And Happy Scavenger Hunt, or Happy Colors Scavenger Hunt of Bonfire. So I got those 2 prompts done. I was super happy with it. So that was from April Amber's Chibi Girls Cute Coloring Book. The next one I did for Sarah's prompts as well, and it was for Australia, and I colored a picture of a koala. I used alcohol markers. It's from the Cute Animals Coloring Book. I don't think there's an artist for this one. Yeah, there's no artist for this one. It's just kind of Shutterstock and stuff like that. But this is a picture I did. And I loved this. I'm going to frame this one because I love koalas. They're my favorite animal. I swear that it's my spirit animal. And I was trying to go for a happy, candy kind of vibe. And I think I achieved it. So, alcohol markers, paint pens, and I didn't use pencil for this one. I only used alcohol markers and paint pens for this one. And it turned out super adorable. So, yeah. That is from Cute Animals Coloring Books. I have 3 more books to go. The next one was for Happy Colors Scavenger Hunt. It was the pie prompt, and I colored this one. And it was done with, again, alcohol markers, Brute Fooner pencils, and paint pen. That is my usual go-to. The odd time, I mean, I have tons of pencils, and I do mix and match, but my usual are my Brute Fooners, my Colors, and my Shuttle Arts are the ones I will go for in pencils. I don't know why, it's just, I know the colors, but I do have, you know, so many sets of pencils. I have the Starjoy Golds, which are within my reach. Right now I'm loving the Indra Creatives, so And I believe I used a couple of the Indras on this one as well. But yeah, that was for the prompt of Pie on Happy Colors Scavenger Hunt. And that is from Sweet Treats Coloring Book by Happy Ant Publishing. The next one is one of the books that I have colored in the most within the last year. And I did quite a few prompts in this one. The first one was for, I believe it was for, yes, Addicted to Coloring's prompts for September, and it was for time, so I colored Father Time. Now this one, I used my watercolor pencils that I have. They're called Joy Wish watercolored pencils, and that is what I used. I did a lighter color, and then I shaded with the darker paint, or the darker watercolors. And I was super happy on how it turned out. Again, the clouds are chalk pastels and my cloud stencil that I've made, and it got a lot of love as well on Instagram. And again, simple page turned into something, you know. The next one I did was for Jamie's September breakdown prompts, and it was Enchanted, and this is the one I did for that, and I had fun with it. Alcohol marker base, chalk pastels for the background. I used my pencils to you know, shade and color him in a bit, and my paint pens to do the clouds. And yeah, it turned out super better than I thought it would. I made a few mistakes and I had to go in and kind of fix what I could, but overall it turned out pretty good. And this one was for a prompt on Addicted to Coloring. She had the Egypt prompt. I forgot to mention the Larissa May picture that I colored, the Chibi Girls one. It was also for one of my Coloropoly prompts, and that was for spring. So I forgot to mention that one. And the Genie and the Father Time also went for Addicted to Coloring's mythical prompt. So this one I used colored pencils and chalk pastels, and I drew in the background, and I really like how it turned out. Yeah, I was super happy with this one. So yeah, so that was 3 more done in Cute and Magical Coloring Book by Alexandra Franzese. And oh yes, the one picture that I did color. This one here also went for one of my Coloropoly prompts from Sarah's Chronic Coloring Down Under. It went for fashion as well. I forgot to mention that, so it went for that. And the last one is for my last Coloropoly prompt, and I didn't know how to go about this one, and I had a hard time, and I had to stop and for a night and try to think about it, and I got there, and it turned out really well. This is the picture I did. Oh, sorry. It's from 50 Diminutive Seaside Scenes by Kamlia Angelkova. And this is the one I did. And I used my Brutfuner Pastel Macaron colors and my Shuttle Art pencils for the water and the sand. I used my Ohuhu markers for the sky. I used my Brute Fooners for the boats. And I really love the colors of the boats. I love how, and I don't even know how I came about this color combo. It just happened that I was testing colors and they looked really well together, so I stuck with those colors and I was really super happy about that. So it's another one of my favorite color combos now. And my paint pens, and this netting wasn't here. Obviously, if you have the book, this actual netting isn't here. I created that. I added that little bit of netting because I wasn't sure if it was water and then this was beach, or if this was all water, so I kind of split it up to make it look like, you know, the boats were further out and, you know, we were at the, you know, beach or the boardwalk where the beach meets the boardwalks, and we were looking out at the boats. And I was really content when I was done. So that is the last of it for the month of September. So that gives me 18 pages for this month. A little better, I believe, than I did last month. I think I only did 16 pages last month, so I did 2 more than I did last month. So hey, I went with the flow, and I had a pretty good coloring month, and I had a lot of, you know, amazing friends along the way. We got to talking, and I got to know people a lot better, and I'm really excited about it. And I made some really good friends this month, and I want to thank them. I believe you know who you are. I'd hope you know who you are, but I really want to thank you for being awesome and amazing. And I want to thank you all for subscribing and watching and listening to me babble on and sound like, you know, I've got Alzheimer's sometimes. It's more like old timers. But other than that, another month done, and we move on to the next, and whatever this new month brings us, we color on. So remember, stay safe, be kind, keep smiling, and until next time, guys, bye.